Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the mini Kelly versus the Kelly 25 versus the Kelly 28. Now that I can tell you a little bit more about how he's using them, I kind of wanted to make a little guide with pros and cons, what fits inside each, what scenarios I usually use them for, and help in case anyone had questions or was just hesitating about the sizes, or maybe you just like to talk about handbags like me. So that's what today's video is going to be about. I'm gonna cover more than anything my opinions and how I feel about using the bags, so I hope that you guys enjoy this video. So first I'm gonna start by giving the details of each bag. So let's start with the mini Kelly. So this one I got it just recently in December. This is the mini Kelly 2 in this white color that is called Cré with palladium hardware, which is silver. It's in Epsom leather and I got this bag in December 22. This mini Kelly is in the Cellier style. There's a mini Kelly one that I'm gonna show you pictures side by side. So basically this is the second version of the mini Kelly and the one that is currently being sold at Hermès. Now I'm gonna put a picture of the bag on the screen and put the measurements in centimeters and inches in case you were wondering about the measurements. All the mini Kellys will have something in common, and is that they have a top handle, a single top handle, a strap, 4 feet on the bottom, the Kelly closure, and they are quite similar on the inside besides the amount of pockets that they have depending on the size. Neither of the straps are adjustable, and I'm also going to put the weight of the bag on the screen in case anyone was wondering about that. It is definitely not a heavy bag, so this would be the least of my worries with the mini Kelly. It's more about what fits inside. The mini Kelly does not come with a key and the clochette, which is kind of a bummer, but I understand because it could be a little bit overwhelming on the bag since it's so small. So giving you a little bit of a quick tour of the bag, you can see that it has the D-rings right here on the top. It has the handle. Mine has white stitching because it's in Cré. It has the 4 feet on the bottom, and this is how it looks on the back. You have the stitchings right here and here. So if you open the mini Kelly, I think I have stuff inside, so let me take it out. This is kind of the bag that I was wearing today. So yeah, we have my wallet and pretty much my keys. So the leather on the inside of the mini Kelly is quite delicate and it has only one pocket on the back right here. Now let's go to the 25. I would say the size difference between the mini Kelly to the Kelly 25 is quite substantial rather than the difference in size between the 25 to the 28. So yeah, I would say like the biggest jump is from this one to this one. This is my Kelly 25 in Epsom leather too. All of my Kellys are in Cellier. There's also the option to have them in return. So I'm going to show you basically the differences between the Cellier and the return. Cellier means that the stitching is on the outside of the bag and return is when they are on the inside. So you can actually have a Kelly in return in Togo leather and it's softer and it's not as structured as Cellier. I'm really hoping that you can tell the color of the bag like just as is, because this is called Vert de Riz and I got this one in the summer of 2021. This one is with gold hardware and I would say that it's like a very muted green gray type of color. I really like it. It's very neutral. It's very easy to pair with pretty much anything, and I honestly find it to be one of the most amazing colors that I've seen. I'm gonna put the measurements right now on the screen in centimeters and in inches. The handle drop is 9 centimeters or 3.5 inches. I'm also gonna put the weight of the bag, the strap drop, and this one does come with a key and the clochette, which are these ones. So I am going to test the strap drop of every bag and Modshots and everything in case you're wondering how they fit on the body. And now I'm gonna show you the bag on the inside. So this is how the bag looks on the inside. I do have my Samorga organizer. The color matches quite well, like it's a little bit more greenish. The organizer is in the thin version because I usually use thinner organizers for bags that are already quite structured and the thicker ones for the bags that need a little bit more of help with the shape. Like I would use a thicker one on a Birkin in Togo leather than on a Cellier Kelly. This actually helps a lot with pockets. I have the twilly that I use on the bag right here, but it has pockets right here, right here, right here. The reason why I would recommend you to get organizers for your bags, it's mainly so you don't scratch the interior, or if you carry pants or you just sometimes spill stuff, it's good for organization and to keep the inside of your bag clean. So I do have a Samorga discount code in case you want to check it out, and it's LU20. Don't get commission from it. It's just for you if you want to use it. And they do have organizers for almost every single designer handbag that is out there. They have organizers for the mini Kelly, for the Kelly 25 and the Kelly 28. So the mini Kelly only has one pocket and the Kelly 25 has one zipper pocket on the back and a big one right here on the front. Now jumping from the 25 to the 28, I would say this one is quite of a big bag. I never find that I run out of space. Like you can put your agenda here, water, anything that you may want. This one is actually vintage. So this is my Kelly 28 in box leather with gold hardware in black, and this bag is actually from 1995. I'm quite of a fan of vintage vintage bags, and this one was such a great find. Box leather, it's way shinier and a little bit more delicate than Epsom. I would say Epsom is one of the sturdiest leathers that Hermès offers, but it's also quite lightweight. I would say that box is a little bit heavier, but not that much. I'm gonna put the measurements of the Kelly 28 on the screen right now. And I'm also gonna put the handle drop, which is definitely a bit more substantial than the 25 and most definitely more than the mini Kelly. Now I'm gonna show you how this one looks on the inside, and it has one more pocket than the 25. So it has the zipper on the back, and on the front it has actually two divisions, which hopefully that I can put some b-rolls so you can see it a little bit more clearly. So talking about the similarities of the bags, all of them have a top handle, all of them have 4 feet on the bottom, all of them have a strap, all of them have the same closure, but only 2 of them have the key and clochette. I would say if you're trying to choose your first Kelly, the first decision that I would take is if I want return or cellière. I personally like cellière a little bit more when it comes to the Kelly, and the return style more for the Birkin. I like the Birkins way more in Togo leather and that slouchy, a little bit more of a casual look, but that's saying because I don't really have a Kelly in return. Maybe if I ever have one, I can change my mind, but right now I only have cellière and I really like the way that they look. Now we're gonna see them right now side by side, so I'm gonna show you how the mini Kelly looks next to the Kelly 25, so you can actually see it side by side and tell the difference. I'm also going to do Modshots. For reference, I am 5'1", so I am quite short. If you're a little bit taller, I would say that you're gonna like a little bit better the size 25 and the 28. The 25 is still considered like a mini bag, but the mini Kelly is like super mini. In my opinion, it's a bag that looks great on anyone. Like all of these are very good sizes, so it will end up going down to what fits inside of the bag. Now I'm gonna do what fits inside of each of these bags. Okay, starting with what fits inside the mini Kelly, I'm gonna show you what I usually take on a daily basis. So let's open up the bag. When I use a mini Kelly, I usually take a card holder. This one, I've been using and abusing it a lot, so you can see the obvious wear and tear on it, but I would recommend you to take a small wallet like this so you don't take much of the space inside of the bag. So let's put it inside. This is my Louis Vuitton key clasp, and usually here I have my keys. I do this so I don't scratch the inside of the bag, and it also fits perfectly fine inside. My AirPods and a lipstick. This is how it's basically going. I don't tend to take my phone inside, but I'm gonna show you how it fits. I usually have it in my hand, but it does fit inside of the bag, so you can see. This is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Definitely fits a little bit snug and without a case though. To fit the phone, I had to take the lip gloss out, but let me close the bag. So you can see inside we have a phone, a card holder, my keys. This is a bag that I would definitely not overstuff, as it could form a belly on the bag right here because of the pressure and overstuffing. So if you need anything more than that, I would then recommend you to go for the 25 size. Now going for the 25, I'm gonna put inside the same things that I put on the mini Kelly plus some other things. Instead of using the card holder, if I'm using this bag, I tend to take this one that fits just a little bit more. This is the Chanel snap card holder, and it opens up like this. You can see inside you can put cards right here and right here. So let's put that one inside. I'm going to put the AirPods, the key clasp, and the Dior lip glow. I do want to put inside my passport holder in case anyone was curious how it fits. It does have my 2 passports inside. I'm also going to add the small Louis Vuitton agenda, a Chanel O case, the Chanel hand cream, and of course my phone. So let's add the agenda inside. Next the passport, the O case, my phone, and at last the hand cream. So that's all that's inside the bag. I don't really ever take this much with me, but I do want to show you how much it can fit. But I wanted to show you how it can alter the belly of the bag right here. So taking the Chanel hand cream out, it's more than enough to make the bag close perfectly, as you can see. So now let's put the things on the 28. Now the 28 in my opinion fits a lot, so you don't really need to compromise on pretty much anything. I actually wanted to show you that it can fit your agenda GM. So this is the biggest one that Louis Vuitton has. has compared to the PM. So let's put it inside. So there you can see the agenda inside, but it does take pretty much all the space. You have a little bit right here in the back of the bag, and it does close with it inside. But I'm gonna show you what I usually take on a daily basis with this bag or when traveling too. So let's put the small agenda inside. The passport, the O case, the wallet, the keys, sunglasses, the hand cream, 2 lip glosses, AirPods, phone. We still have plenty of space left, so I'm gonna add another card holder. Yeah, I didn't even feel it. You can still see that there's some space left inside the bag. It's quite messy. Like, this is definitely a bag that needs an organizer. Mine right now, as I said, it's been washed. It's a dark hole to find your stuff. It does have the pockets that help a little bit, but not much. Let's close it up. And yeah, in my opinion, this bag fits a ton. Now let's do some pros and cons of each bag. I'm gonna start first with the mini Kelly. Starting with the pros, it's super lightweight. It's very easy to use. It's not a bag that I have to think twice about it. Fits enough to be a mini bag, so inside this bag I can fit my wallet, my keys, a lip gloss. Can't fit the phone without the case. I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max, so it's the biggest one that there is. It's very convenient in most cases. I'm someone that walks a lot daily, and I walk on the street, and I sometimes take the subway. If I'm shopping and I'm going to restaurants, this is a bag that I don't have to think twice about it. I just use it crossbody, and if I want to feel a little bit safer, I just crossbody the bag and I put the coat on top of it. It just feels very secure. I don't have to grab it extra tight or be super careful with it. No, just put it around and you forget about it. Of course, mine is white, so I have to be a little bit mindful with what I wear to not give the bag color transfer, but other than that, I don't worry much about it. And when you're sitting at a restaurant, you don't even feel it. Like, if you don't want to take it off, you can just leave it there. So I'm sitting with my legs crossed on the floor, but this is where it usually sits, and if you want to feel like even more comfortable, you can just pull it to the back. This bag is very casual, but it also can be worn for a night out. So if I'm doing something the entire day, this is for me still tiny bit elegant. Like, it's not the most elegant bag out there, but it can definitely transition from day to night very easy, and I don't think that that's the case with the other two. This one is the one that if I were to go to something like nicer, probably wouldn't be my first option, but I wouldn't rule it out. It feels super safe to use. I really like mini bags, especially on my frame. I am really short, so I think it looks very proportionate and it looks very good. It's very comfortable, and since it's not heavy, it never bothers me. Like, to carry it around does not bother me at all. Now, of course, we're gonna talk about the cons. So I would say the biggest con for this bag is that it barely fits your phone. If you have a Pro Max, like the biggest iPhones, or a Samsung that it's like basically the same size, you're gonna have to think about that. Taking the phone in and out of the bag is quite of a hassle because it barely fits, and if you're not comfortable taking your phone without a case, then I would say to reconsider. For me, it's not that big of an issue because I usually have my phone in my hand or in my pocket because I grab it very often. Even when I'm using these two bags, I usually have my phone in my hand. It's to guide myself through the city. Maybe sometimes I'm vlogging, so I film some things with my phone. I don't know, I've just become very used to doing that, so for me it's not that much of an issue. But if you're not like that, then I would see it as a big problem. Also, something that I like, the Kelly one kind of did that, so I think it looks better aesthetically talking, but the handle drop could be a little bit bigger. It does fit under my hand, and I don't see myself wearing it like this often, but honestly, if it were like a little bit bigger to go down to the elbow, I could see myself using it like this a little more often. However, I am not sure if I would actually like the look of it with the handle being a little bit taller. Now let's go with the 25. In my opinion, the 25 is the best well-rounded size. The first time that I got a Kelly, I was definitely sure that I wanted the 25. Reason being is because of the price point. I feel like you get way more bang for your buck than with a mini Kelly. I don't know, I get the feeling of a proper bag, and this is kind of like a toy bag. Like, sometimes I kind of think of it like that. Yeah, you kind of feel like you get more bag for the price point with this one than with this one. I do use the mini Kelly more often, so jokes on me on that, of course, but it does fit enough. It's a great everyday bag. I would say like this is the perfect everyday bag if you don't carry that much. Like, if you don't carry your iPad or big agenda or a water bottle, even if it's like a small water bottle, it can fit inside here. I don't carry that much on a daily basis, but it fits more than enough. Again, very rarely I'm like, oh my god, I need something bigger than this, so I'm gonna go for the 28. Like, my decisiveness between going between these two, it's more about the color and the look and and the style of the outfit more than what fits, because I just don't carry that much around. The handle drop is great. For me, it's quite perfect, so I don't have any complaints about that. It comes with the key and the clochette, and when you need to use it crossbody, that I rarely do. Like again, right now I'm sitting down and it's actually laying on my legs, but it is possible. It's not the most comfortable. You can do it and it's not as bulky, so it's actually a decent bag to wear crossbody when you need to. Like if you're running errands or you just need your hands free, definitely doable. Not the best, but doable. A few cons that I can see on the bag: I have taller friends. I'm usually the shortest between everyone that I meet, and my taller friends, they tend to tell me that they find it to be a little bit too small. So it's definitely a small bag, and since it's so structured, it just tends to look even smaller. It is a little bit easier to transfer from day to night than the 28, but still a very casual bag in my opinion. It does not fit iPads, very small books if any. It gets a little bit more corner wear than the Mini Kelly. That's something that I forgot to say about that one. Like the wear and tear on that one is going to be probably in my opinion minimal, but those are pretty much the cons that I have on the Kelly 25. Now the 28, such an amazing size for people that carry a lot. I have never tried the sizes that go above 28, but I'm gonna list like the bigger sizes that Hermès has. For me, this is the largest that I would go on the Kelly, and for the Birkin, I would be willing to go on the Birkin onto the 35, but more as a work, travel, big tote bag rather than an everyday type of thing. So this, I use it on everyday basis too. Perfect bag. This fits a book, this fits my agenda, water, anything that you may want, except my computer, of course, because I have a 16-inch MacBook Pro. So this bag holds a lot. That's probably the biggest pro that I'm gonna put. Holds so much. So if you're a mom, if you go to work and you carry a lot of stuff inside of your bags, this is gonna be it for you. This is gonna be great. It has a strap, so you have the handle that is like almost going up there for me. Maybe someone with smaller arms can pull it out, but I don't think that it's intended to be that way. But very decent handle drop in my opinion. So yeah, it's a great work everyday bag. There's very few things that you're gonna be like, oh, I cannot take that inside of my bag. A few cons is probably that it's a very bulky bag. When you're sitting at a restaurant, it's you usually need a handbag hook or somewhere to place it, because for me it does get a little bit restricting because it's very big on my frame. So I don't feel as comfortable using this for long periods of time, especially like walking around, because it is a big bag. Once this bag is full, it is heavy, so do note on that. Like the bigger the bag, the more that you're gonna put inside. That's something that I usually do, and the heavier the bag gets. So this is a type of bag that maybe after a few hours outside, if I am with my fiance, he ends up having to carry the bag. He doesn't care. For him, it's not heavy. This bag is also a black hole, so if you don't have an organizer, that my organizer for this one is currently getting washed because it was a little bit dirty. That's one of the good things about organizers. You can just toss them in the washing machine, but if you don't have an organizer inside, it is such a black hole. It's very hard to find things, and because this one is black, finding things is like good luck. And of course, this one has way more corner wear than the 25 and the Mini Kelly. One thing that I didn't mention with this one, I do have a dog, and most of the time when I go out, like not to formal places, like I don't do a lot of fancy things. So mainly when I go out, I go to a cafe or to work outside or just for a walk, or if I'm going to like a place to pick up something, I usually take my dog with me. And when I take her with me and I know that I may have to have a little bit more of my hands free, this is great for that. So even if you're like a mom, this is like a great idea that one person gave me in the comments. Like they love the Mini Kelly, and then they have their diaper bag. So here they have their wallet, their stuff, like their nice bag, and then they have the diaper bag separately. So that's also great, because if you're running around little kids, this is not going to be in your way that much. Now for the prices, I was very worried about giving prices, not because I don't want to share, but because the price on these bags depends on the type of leather, the time where you're watching it. But I'm gonna put the current prices of the bags. For the Kelly 28, I'm just gonna put the prices of all of them being in Epsom leather, like the exact same bag, just in different size, because mine is vintage, so it doesn't have like the same value than one new at the store. So I'm just gonna put the prices of today that I'm posting this video. I wouldn't say that the price difference is the factor to take into account when you're choosing between the bags, and more what fits, how they look on your frame, and basically what you want, like the look that you want to achieve. I wanted to do different scenarios where I would choose a bag, so hopefully I'm a little bit more helpful in that sense. So I did write them down here. If I'm traveling, let's say next week I'm going to London, I would definitely go for the Mini Kelly. Why? Because if I'm gonna walk around a lot, I want to feel safe carrying the bag. I'm not gonna feel this one. Can fit my passport, can fit my wallet, can fit a lipstick, my AirPods, and that's pretty much it. I wouldn't take it as the only bag, because sometimes you need something a little bit bigger, but a bag to walk around, yes, for sure this one. Now for a travel bag, like I'm gonna take a very long flight or a long train ride, and I want to put like all my stuff in there, like candy, water, a little book, notebook, my iPad, stuff like that, then great. Travel, put anything that you may think inside bag. This is amazing for that. Usually when I take this one, Paulot tends to put all his stuff inside too, so it is a great bag to fit anything that you want, and it's still like very chic, beautiful and formal. If I'm gonna do an entire day out of the house, then I would say that I would go for the Kelly 25. One, it doesn't get too heavy, but it doesn't restrict you in size, so you can fit enough inside that you don't have to be like too limited, like no, I cannot take my full-size wallet on the mini Kelly. You can definitely take your full-size wallet on this one. You can take little makeup case, you can take charger, you can take the essentials to take you the entire day. So I would definitely pick this one. Still can do crossbody if you get tired of the strap or if it keeps falling off your shoulders. If I'm gonna walk a lot from point A to point B because I don't know, I feel like walking more than 40 minutes, that's sometimes what I do here, mini Kelly. If I were to work and I don't necessarily need my computer, I would say that Kelly 28, it's a very good work bag. Night out, I would also not choose any of this, but if I had to, I would say the mini Kelly is the perfect night out. For a casual date during the day, Kelly 25. I don't know if I missed any type of a scenario or any type of questions about either of the bags, but if I did, leave them in the comments and I'll get to them. Also, would love to know if anyone has the 32 or any bigger sizes. What do you think of them? I do not own them, but I've been watching a few videos here and there on YouTube, and honestly, they seem like great bags. I just feel like they would look too big on me. It's been a while since I've done like formal comparison videos between bags, so I hope that I covered everything. I think this is gonna be it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're not done watching, I'm gonna leave you 2 videos right here in case you want to check them out. Thank you and see you on the next one. Bye.